What is up, guys? It is your man RB the Breakthrough back here again with yet another video, and Kevin Durant just got exposed for plotting to join the Warriors in the regular season of last year before the playoffs. Now guys, definitely make sure to stay tuned for the end of the video because I will be doing subscriber appreciation / recognition and also reading your comments from previous videos. And also, starting with this video, sometimes those questions that I read, they may even be pulled from Twitter or Instagram. But let's go ahead and hop right into the story. Now, we obviously know that, in the offseason, Kevin Durant, he made the decision to go to the Golden State Warriors. Many fans and even players around the league definitely had a problem with him choosing to do so. And obviously, probably the biggest story, in this was how he treated one Russell Westbrook in this situation. For 9 years, a guy that he called brother, a guy that, he even stood up for in different, press conferences as far as against the media and things of that nature. A guy that he went to battle with every single night. A guy that he saved his last thank you for in his MVP speech. And ultimately, a guy that he left high and dry without even telling him. Now, after this was all said and done, there was much speculation, on how far in advance was Kevin Durant plotting this. And then once that infamous picture of, Steph Curry and Kevin Durant surfaced, after that Western Conference Finals, more and more speculation and question, began to grow about that. Now, to this point, Kevin Durant has been adamant that, he only made his decision after that series or, after the playoffs. And he was even quoted as saying that if the Warriors would have won the championship, he may not have went to the Warriors. And also, after a Game 7 loss versus the Warriors, who they were up 3-1 on, after that series, he's quoted as saying, as far as in the locker room, that, hey, we'll get them again. We'll get them next year. But could he have been plotting this all along? Has he been using plausible deniability? Now, the Warriors owner, Joe Lacob, in a recent interview, he was quoted as saying that, he wasn't even sure if the Warriors would have any chance of getting Kevin Durant. And deep down, he didn't really think that they had a chance at all to get him. But on ESPN First Take's rival show, Undisputed, and I'm not even sure if people caught this on that episode, but now reports have surfaced that actually Kevin Durant was actually texting Draymond Green all of last season. We're talking before the playoffs. Now guys, keep in mind that, everything that happens is not just gonna just surface to the media. So you have to have the ability to be able to, one, use common sense, and two, to just connect the dots. I'm telling you guys right now, Kevin Durant has been plotting to come to the Warriors since before the All-Star break last year. Now on this show, Undisputed, they basically talked about how, whenever Westbrook found this out, he was even more enraged because he felt like basically all the things that were being said in that series and even after was just superficial when Kevin Durant really knew that he was going to end up with the Warriors anyway. Now, many of you guys know that, I'm a huge Steph Curry and Warriors fan. You guys know that I prefer last year's team over this one, even if this year's team does win the championship, which I don't believe that they will. Because ultimately, I believe that they could lose to the Clippers, the Spurs, the Rockets, and again, I know that nobody's going to agree with me or give me a cosign on this. If the Mavericks make the playoffs, I believe that they could also lose to the Mavericks. And I've been saying that since before the season. Go check my older videos. But if the Warriors were to win the championship, I'm not gonna lie, with me knowing this right here, I just don't respect it. I already didn't like the move, Kevin Durant coming to the Warriors. This doesn't mean that the Warriors aren't really good, because they are. But I personally just like last year's team over this one. But that being said, I can't respect a situation where literally you're supposed to be about your team, your guys, and you're literally texting, and conversing with an opposing team, and then you eventually go to that team even after they beat you in the playoffs. This was premeditated, guys, I'm telling you. I mean, I already didn't like the move, but this is just disrespectful. It's disrespectful to Russell Westbrook. It's disrespectful to all of the Thunder players who literally go out there and give their all every night, and they're all about their team, their squad. It's disrespectful to, management and the owners. And ultimately, I mean, it's disrespectful to the coach. Because these others, especially Russell Westbrook, the coach, things like that, they're giving their all for that organization. And for you to be somebody that, you're kind of plotting and scheming with other teams before the season, before the playoffs even start, I can't respect it, man. And I can only imagine how Russell Westbrook must feel after, hearing this part of that old story now. I mean, I'm sure that's just fuel to the fire. I mean, no wonder why he went off on, Kevin Durant during the game. You can tell that he, really does not like Kevin Durant. And mind you, this is just what we know of. Russell Westbrook probably knows some more things that nobody in the world knows. But again, guys, these are just my personal opinions and thoughts. What do you guys think? If this is true, which, I mean, it's looking like it is. I mean, again, they're reporting this on, huge stations on TV. Do you guys think that this is disrespectful of Kevin Durant to do, or was disrespectful for him to do, as far as the organization, owner, coaches, all that? Or are you on the side that feels like, hey, as early as he possibly can, he has to do whatever he can do to better his future, even if that does mean that you're plotting in a particular season where the playoffs hasn't even started yet? Definitely let me know in the comments below. I would like to know. And also, with that being said, this is the part of the video where I do subscriber recognition / appreciation. And then I also read your comments from previous videos, and not just videos. Sometimes I'll read questions from Instagram or Twitter and things of that nature as well. And today's subscriber recognition / appreciation goes to Dre Wardell Curry. He's definitely somebody who's been supporting my channel for a little while, and he even has retweeted some of my videos and mentioned me in a couple things. So I definitely appreciate that, man. And again, that's why I do this section in my video, because I want to show you guys that I appreciate the things that you guys do. Now, to those in the comment section who may say, oh, I mean, but that's nothing. I'm not saying that it's just the biggest thing in the world, but at the very least, if I can, I would like to show subscribers and different supporters recognition. And this isn't to put myself on a pedestal in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But if, and again, this is a big if, but if you are somebody who talks like that in the comment section about me doing this section in my video, if you are somebody like that, then please tell me, if whoever your favorite YouTuber is, tell me if they do that. So I'm not saying it's the biggest thing in the world, but it is the least I can do. So Dre Wardell Curry, hey, just thank you again, man. I appreciate your support. And now I'm gonna read your questions from previous videos, Twitter posts, or Instagram. Wicked Nick 24 says, hey RB, what do you think of the Warriors now? Haha. Honestly, not being a douche. Now, if you guys don't know what he's referring to, basically he's talking about how the Warriors have been doing recently, how they've been winning, how they've been heating up, how Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, they've been clicking, doing really well together. So he's basically relating how they're doing right now to my comments that I've said in previous videos about how I don't like this Warriors team over last year's Warriors team. Well, Nick, how do I like this Warriors team as far as right now? Again, I mean, they're doing well. It's the regular season, but just like I've continually told you guys, even if the Warriors win the championship this year, I would still prefer last year's team over this one. I'm sorry, but whether it's Kevin Durant or whether it's LeBron James or whoever it is, I'm not for this. I'm not for this super team era stuff. I truly loved the fact that last year and even the year before, like the team that the Warriors built, even to to the point where they got a championship, it was all built through the draft, and they didn't even have any #1 picks, or rather, I should say, their top 3 players were not even #1 picks. They were all pretty much mid to late picks. I mean, obviously Steph Curry was picked a little bit higher, but honestly, I just love that dynamic. Like a team that was built, not bought, a team that was built straight through the draft. And I love how people try to say, oh, but the Warriors have this ridiculous all-star team. Well, guess what? 3 of those players were drafted and developed into that. It's almost as if a lot of you guys just started watching basketball, but I'm telling you, I've been watching the Warriors literally since Steph Curry, I mean, even before this, whenever, Baron Davis went baseline on Karolinko. But as far as, Steph Curry on up, he's been my favorite player since he came in the league. And I've definitely followed the Warriors and watched their games all season, every season, since then. For those of you who just think that Klay Thompson has just been this way, no, he hasn't. Now, to those of you who have actually followed the Warriors for some time, you'll know that the first part of the season, Klay Thompson's rookie year, he was extremely frustrated with the coaching because the coach wasn't playing him as much as he wanted to. Klay Thompson, he was really eased in, like really slowly. So he started at the bottom. I still remember Draymond Green's first 2 years. It wasn't like he just came out the gates just dominating. The Warriors had a team that was built, not bought, and that team was primarily, as far as the best players, they were all built through the draft. So yes, the Warriors are doing good right now, which, I mean, let's be honest, I mean, we expected them to be this way. I mean, it's the regular season, you have Steph Curry, you have Kevin Durant, you have Klay Thompson, but come playoff time, guys, I'm the biggest Curry Warriors fan that you'll find, but their style of play, I'm telling you, they could definitely get beat in the Western Conference playoffs and not even make the finals this year. The only guarantee in the finals is the Cavaliers because they have no competition whatsoever in the East. The Milwaukee Bucks are the only team that can win at most 2 games versus the Cavaliers. I will wait. I've been saying that since before the season, but Jabari Parker just got that injury. And it's so ironic that he gets that injury as soon as Chris Middleton comes back. But yeah, Nick, just to answer your question, I would still prefer last year's team over this one. And I'm not even gonna lie, even with what I'm talking about in this video, I really don't respect Kevin Durant coming to the Warriors at all. Like, I really don't. The same way that I felt LeBron, going to team up with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh was weak, I feel like Kevin Durant coming to the Warriors or even choosing to go to the Warriors, I feel like that was weak still. And it's even weaker the fact that he's been plotting to do this for so long. So I do hope the Warriors win the championship, but I actually hope that Steph Curry gets the finals MVP. And, I more so just want Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green to get that chip. Now, if you would like your comments featured in, future videos, make sure to comment below. Make sure to, comment on Twitter or comment on my Instagram. And you'll definitely be featured in future videos. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to stay tuned for more NBA beefs, dramas, fights, things of that nature. But there's not too much else more to talk about. Literally, God bless every single one of you guys. Again, this is RB The Breakthrough. I'll see you guys on the next one.